Hi and welcome back. I know it's been a minute since we sat down and done a video, but I thought it would be fun to start off the new year reviewing a few purple fountain pens. I know a few of you have been asking what's a good match for your purple TN, and I thought I would share some that I have found that are relatively inexpensive and great for beginners. And also, disclaimer, I am not an expert at fountain pens. I've used them for quite a while, but I don't study them. I don't know the nuances that make this one unique and this one worth the money, other than I like writing with one and not necessarily with another. So if you're looking for expertise, I highly recommend you check out Goulet Pens. They have a lot more in-depth reviews on the pens that they carry in their store. I happen to get all of these pens that I'm going to review for you today from Amazon, and I will make sure to have the link down below in case you want to check one out for yourself. But the criteria that I wanted to stick with was that it had to be a shade of purple and it had to be inexpensive. So I think I set the cap at $20. Maybe I set it at $10. I honestly can't remember, but for sure they're going to be under $20. So let's get started. Let's take a look at it. And don't forget to subscribe and like and all that stuff. So here we go. The first pen that I have to share with you is this one here. This is called the DARKNO JL291. And here's like a Pilot G2 that you can compare it with. So it's not a huge pen. It's not over, it doesn't feel huge. And it weighs about 0.9 ounces. So it's just under an ounce. So this does have a cartridge in it that I put in it. The ink is blue-black ink. So I'm going to turn this over and you can kind of see how the nib kind of pokes out from underneath that shield. And yeah, so that's what that looks like. And so let me show you the leathers that, what it looks like next to the leathers. So this is Outlander Prince, which looks really dark in here. But I'm sure the colors are going to look great to you because Britta's a master. And so that's Prince. This is the Waypoint Misty Mountain. Carrie Harling Violet, which looks black. I hope it's not going to be black on screen, but okay. This is Huckleberry, which I think it looks best with the Huckleberry. That's what I would pair it with. As far as a writing pen, so the cap does post on the back, which is nice when you have a fountain pen. I like it when the cap posts so that when you're writing with it, it doesn't feel too short. And it does have a nice clip on it. It's not too strong and it's not too weak. It's a nice clip. And it feels nice in the hand. It has these little grooves in it for your fingers to just rest in. And it's really nice. This is called the DARKNO JL291. And I will have a link down below so that you can check it out and see if it would be a good fit for your budget and for you and everything. But let's give it a little test. So it has a fine nib and it's pretty smooth. It does skip if you try to go too fast. Nice pen, feels good. It's not plastic. It's actually, I think, aluminum with, gold tone accents to it. So it looks really smart and it's not that expensive. So, and I kind of like the way the nib kind of pokes out from underneath the shield. It's kind of a neat look. So this pen, this light lilac one, is a little bit smaller than this one. It feels lighter. It doesn't have, it's a very lightweight pen. Let me weigh it for you really quick. It's 0.4 ounces in weight, so it's a very, very lightweight pen. This is the Hero 448 pen, but it has a very slight purple pearlescence to it. It's very pretty. And it too has that shield. And the nib pokes out from underneath of it. Okay. So I have NOODLERS Lexington Gray in here. And it does skip if you go too fast, which, you know, you get what you pay for. I think I have some more expensive pens that skip as well. But with the NOODLERS Gray in here, you can really see that it's gray. Some of my pens put down a lot of ink and it just looks really dark gray, but this makes the ink look very light. And this paper that I'm using is from YOSEKA YOSEKA stationery.com. This paper is really beautiful for fountain pens. So the pen will skip, but this has the same type of piston converter. It will take the narrow cartridge. Yes, cartridges. Eventually my brain will start working again. Yeah, so once the ink is flowing, it does really well. It actually doesn't skip that much. So it's actually proved me a liar, pen. Thank you very much. But yeah, it does really well. Does a nice job. I actually enjoy this pen as well, much to my surprise. So let me show you this pen next to some leather. So this is kind of a lavender color next to the huckleberry leather. Here's the prints. This is the Carrie Harling Violet. And that is Misty Mountain. And I think it matches the stitching pretty well. So the next pen that I have that I'm going to show you is this one right here, the Jinhao X450. The X450 generally has, you know, the gold tone accents on it, and the X750 usually has the silver look to it. Mr. Bingley, just to show you the blues that it pulls. This weighs in at 1.4 ounces. Let me show you a couple pens for comparison so that you can see how big it is. So this is a LAMY Safari. And so you can see kind of this one's actually thicker to hold than the LAMY. And here is a Pilot G2. So you can see that it's quite a bit bigger. So if it has some heft in the hand, it feels like an expensive pen. I don't like plastic pens. Like, I always say that the LAMY Safari is the ugliest, most dependable, beautiful writing fountain pen you've ever seen. But I feel like they're just, the body of them to me is ugly. But I love these pens because they always write. They're so dependable. And I have more LAMYs than I have anything else. Budget-wise, these are less expensive than a LAMY. So inside it has, like, it's standard, I think it's a number 5 nib. And it says that it's 18 karat gold plate. I cannot confirm or deny that that is true, but for the price that you pay for this pen, it would shock me if it were truly gold. But I don't know. I'll just take them at their word, I guess. But inside, these always come with a converter. Every time I've ever ordered one, it comes with a converter, and you just twist it and it'll draw ink up. And inside is Lexington Gray, which is my favorite ink. So it glides really nicely over the paper. It skips if you go fast. So I would recommend that you don't go too fast. I don't know anybody that writes that fast, honestly. Maybe a doctor. But for normal writing speed, it does fine. And the ink has nice shading with this pen. It says it's a fine nib, but honestly, I think it's more like a medium. Yeah. But really nice. The cap will... So I've just tried to post this like 3 or 4 times. The first time it flew off the table, and let me just try pushing harder. Maybe that's what I need to do. I don't generally like to push hard because, let me tell you why. So I had a, okay, so yeah, you do have to push hard and then it will stay. But I had a pen that I pushed too hard on and it cracked and ruined it, and yeah, so I don't like to push hard. But yeah, it's nice writing experience with this pen. It's really pretty. It looks really pretty on your desk. It's something nice to look at. And so let me show you what it looks like with the leathers. Next to Mr. Bingley, I can see more purple in it, but it kind of has this smoke design. It looks really pretty. Okay, here is Misty Mountain, which, as you can see, it looks blue next to purple. And here is Carrie Harling's Violet. We have Prince. And we have Huckleberry. That's the Jinhao X 450. Let me show you the Jinhao X 750, which is this one right here. I actually have so many of this pen, it's ridiculous. I can't even find them all, but this is probably my favorite Jinhao pen that I've ever purchased. There's just a few little nuances that kind of divide them. This one to me feels better in the hand because the barrel doesn't taper near as much. I enjoy this one a lot better, and I think it might weigh less. Let's see how much it weighs. It weighs 1/10 of an ounce less. It comes in at 1.3 ounces, and that is with a full converter. So this one here has a screw. Both of them do. They screw together and apart. Same converter, no change there. This nib though, it says it has the same thing on it. It says 18 karat gold plate, but unless it's white gold, I don't see it. But I don't know how they do things over there. I have no idea. I'm not going to judge them because the pen writes pretty well. It does post, and it writes really well. No skipping. Nice. So it has the same nib as the other one. I think it's a number 5 nib with a little ballpoint on the end. That is the Jinhao X750, and I'll show you what that looks like next to the leathers. Okay, so that is going to be the Huckleberry. I think it looks nice. It's still purple. It's a darker, richer purple than the Huckleberry. Here it is next to Prince. Carrie Harling's Violet. And Misty Mountain. Yeah, that's all of them. Again, I'll have the links for each of these pens down below, and Amazon's always changing prices on things depending on how popular they are. I know they're for sure under $20 each. When I bought them, they were. And you can go check them out and see if you like them for yourself. Those were the pens that I chose. There are hundreds and hundreds of fountain pens out there. You can surely find one that you like, and hopefully by telling you what I like, you'll be able to find something that will work for you. If you've never used a fountain pen, I highly recommend it. It makes your handwriting look unique. It makes your signature look unique. They're a joy to write with because you just barely touch the paper and they write. It's beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for visiting with me. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.